and welcome back to Concert Critiques in Cars with Emily. So I was pretty excited about this concert. It was at the Anthem, and Snow Patrol was headlining, and they had Ryan McMullan as the first opener, and then We Are Scientists as the second opener. So getting there was pretty rough. There was a lot of traffic for some reason. I think there was a couple accidents on roads that kind of intersected with roads that I was going on. So yeah, that was not pleasant at all. And then parking, again, I don't love parking in that area. I was nervous it was going to be really busy. Anyway, so yeah, definitely kind of a rougher trip than normal. But fortunately, it was a pretty good show. So, Ryan McMullan was a singer-songwriter. He did have a percussionist with him. So his first song, he came out, sat at the keyboard and played, and I'm not gonna lie, I was not a huge fan. It was just very, there was no depth to it. There were no layers. It was just him singing and playing at the same time, at the same tempo, nothing changing. It was just really not my cup of tea. But then the second song he played was so much better. So many layers, so much depth, and something that I actually was excited to listen to. So that was really good. And then he stood up to play the guitar for his third and fourth song, and pretty much for every song after that. But for the third song, he stood up and played the guitar. They were okay, nothing super grabbing, but definitely better than the first song. And then the fifth song, he got the crowd to sing the chorus, which was cool. And I mean, they didn't do a great job, but they did an okay job. But yeah, it was really good. It was a really good song. Really excited. He said that was going to be his new single that he'll be releasing soon. So I really hope it blows up. It's a really sweet song. I really liked it a lot. Grabbed me right from the beginning, and yeah. So hopefully that will be on the radio soon, and I'll be like, oh hey, I knew that guy before he was, yeah. And then his last song was kind of just another not that interesting song. Better than the first one, but just not very good. Not a great way to end his set for me personally. So then We Are Scientists. I've seen them before. They are so good. So the first two songs, those two songs I knew the best, and as exciting as that is, I was then okay, wait, but I definitely know more songs, so hopefully I'll have this excited feeling again throughout their set. The third song was slower, and the fourth song was again kind of slower, and they were okay. The lead singer was really great about being excited, at any moment he wasn't singing, he was jumping around the stage, so he's really entertaining in that way. And also the drummer sings a lot of the background vocals, so super impressive. That's really hard to do. So yeah, so really interesting, good band to watch live. Yeah, so then they played, so those two songs, 3 and 4, were songs that I didn't really know, and then their next song was a song that I did know, so that was exciting, but again, not as well as I knew this first and second song. And then they only played one of their songs, so I was a little bit surprised that they played such a short set. Would have liked to see them play some other songs that I knew, or even just save the ones that I knew towards the end, because I tend to like when those songs that I love are at the end. But overall, really good set, and definitely an entertaining band to see live. And yeah, when they come back, I will definitely see them again. I really do enjoy seeing them. Oh, another thing they did, which was so funny and so cute, and I totally loved it. So the Anthem, obviously, right, as the Foo Fighters are financial partners or whatever, they're somehow involved. So at one point he was talking about how he kind of was making fun of the Foo Fighters and saying well, yeah, when you watch them live, they're just oh yeah, we want all the attention and blah blah blah. So it was really kind of cute, and then they dedicated the song to them. And it was not a good song. I didn't really like it, but it was just cool that they had either done enough research or had some kind of encounter to know that this was a Foo Fighters venue. So I really liked that. I thought that was a cool touch. So yeah, really good set. I was really excited about them. I wish they had ended with the songs that they began with, but I can't really choose it, so it's fine. Oh god, then Snow Patrol. I might get really giddy, so sorry if I'm crazy. So they started with a song that I definitely recognized, didn't know that well. It wasn't like one of their Eyes Open album songs, at least like the ones that I like knew by heart and just memorized and loved, just part of my being as a person. But it was good. Really energetic song to open with. It was really awesome. Their second song, again, was like a super energetic song, which was, again, like a really great choice to open the show. Their third and fourth song were songs I didn't recognize at all, but again, they were good. There was nothing in particular that like really like grabbed my attention, but overall it was a good song. So they kind of played I think it was 5 songs that I didn't really recognize, other than the first one I definitely recognized. Even the second one I kind of recognized, but third, fourth, and even the fifth one I didn't really know. So then they kind of like had this extended intro, and it sounded like a song that I knew, and I was like, please just be a song that I know, like please just be a song that I know. So of course it was, and it was so good. Like I knew that it should have been a song that I knew. It was like, this is totally gonna be that song. It's totally gonna be that song, but I wasn't quite sure, so I was like, I don't want to like jinx it, whatever. Freaking-tastic. It was so good. It was just so good. They played 2 songs I knew back to back, and in the first one, maybe the second one, they changed so much, like just holding notes, singing words a little bit longer, and then the bridge was like totally different, and it was just fantastic. It was just so good. Like, just so good. I was so excited. Like, just couldn't even handle myself. I was like freaking out. And I was just like giggling because I was like, this is the best. It was so good. It was just so good. So yeah, it was really, really exciting. I'm really excited about those 2 songs. And just like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the first part of their set. But when you like know that songs are coming that you're just like so excited to see, it's really sometimes difficult to focus because you're like, okay, is it going to be the song? No. I mean, it's fine. It's a good song. It's just not the song I wanted to hear. So when they started playing songs that I actually like went to go see, it was just super fantastic, and I enjoyed every second of it. Really great. Then they played a couple songs that I didn't know, mixed in with a song that I didn't know. Actually, right after they played those 2 songs, the next song starting with like such a slow and not good start, coming off of that high. And I was so disappointed, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they just like totally pulled me out of it. But then they kind of brought me back in. By the end of the song, I was like, oh my god, this is a good song, even though I don't really know it. So I was impressed because, again, to go from such a high of these 2 songs that I was like so into, and then to just be like, and we're gonna drop it back down, it was like, no, I'm not ready for that. But I knew it was gonna have to happen. I knew they weren't gonna play all their old ones in one chunk. And I'm glad they didn't, because again, I like that varying, and I like looking forward to things. Songs that I knew or assumed that were gonna be played, and then, they either are or not played. So yeah, then they played another couple songs that I did really know really well, and it was super awesome, mixed in with some songs that I didn't really know that well. They eventually played Cheesy Cars, which was like the best moment. I can't tell you how excited I was to see that song. And then after that, they played You're All I Have, which I was like really excited about when they first started playing, and then for some reason by the end I was like, oh, okay, like I'm ready. It was great. I'm excited, and I knew the song, but I just like wanted them to, alright, well, okay. So it was good. It was great. I know that I made that sound like I was really not into it, but I was just coming off of Chasing Cars. I mean, I wish they had played that song last. So then they went off for their encore, and like 2 minutes later, it was not a long break, they came back on and played their slower single from their newer album, which was great. I really liked that song. It was really good. And then to end the show, they played like a really energetic song that was like really upbeat, and I remembered what I forgot, and I'm gonna get back to it. So it was like really upbeat and like pretty awesome. Had no idea what song it was, but yeah, so that was a little disappointing when they end on a song that I don't know, especially when they have so many songs that I do know and like that are way more popular than the song that they played would last, at least for me. One thing that I will say is, so before they went to the encore, they played this one song at one point that was just like piano. It started out with just piano, and it was really, really good. And I actually wasn't sure if it was just supposed to be oh my gosh, now I'm thinking of something else that I forgot about, but I'm not going to mention that one. Sorry. So I wasn't sure if it was just supposed to be an instrumental song or if it was supposed to be like an actual singing song, but then they started singing and it was so good. Like, I loved the song, and like the visual on the screen was really good for that song. It was just like super interesting, and all these like geometric shapes and stuff. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was just such a good song, and I wasn't expecting that song to be that good. Like, and it was well placed in the set. It was like towards the end, and it was right after a song that I had known, so it was like a really great way to kind of keep me in. At one point after a song I knew, they kind of like played this weird transition song. I was not a fan of that. He like came to the front of the stage and kind of stood on a little ledge and just like sang this slower song after a slower song that I knew, and it kind of went right in, so I was excited. I was like, oh, this is going to be good, like we're going into another song. It was not that good. And then after that, they played that like piano song, and it was awesome. So I really liked that. I was really glad that they played that song because it was really good. Definitely going to have to look that one up and just check it out. Yeah, so then at the end, they played a song that I didn't really know, which was, again, a little bit disappointing. So anyway. Oh, you know what? For one of the other songs, my favorite lyrics, they sang, oh my gosh, I totally can't think of the song title right now. For Run. They played Run, and for Run, my favorite lyrics were like the instruments dropped, and I was like, oh my god, this is like just so good. It was just like him singing. Oh, it was so good. Anyway, really liked that part. Really glad that they did that. Thought that was a really good choice. So anyway, the point is, they changed the songs I knew. They definitely changed a little bit, which I love, and the songs I didn't know that I really liked were really good. The songs I didn't know that I didn't love were fine. They were okay. There was no like bad song in their set, except for that one little piece after, like that piece where he was just in front of the stage. I don't know. I really didn't like that part of the set. And now I feel like I'm harping on it, and that's not. I mean, it wasn't even like it was such an insignificant little blip in the event that was Snow Patrol. So like, it's not bad. It just was definitely the low point of that set for me. Okay, so score. I definitely give the opener some serious credit. I really liked the 5th song. Did not like the 1st and the 6th song. Definitely not a fan of those two. But overall, it was a pretty good set. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to hearing that song on the radio. I hope it blows up. And then after that was We Are Scientists. And again, they opened with such great songs, and it was such high energy. And then for me, at least, it was like, and now they're songs I don't really know as well. So I wish they had ended with the songs that they opened with. But again, overall, really fun set, really great band to see, really, really entertaining. Jumping around the stage, the drummer is really impressive, so that was really cool. And then Snow Patrol was fantastic, with like the one little lull and like a couple songs I didn't really know. But I mean, I knew I wasn't going to know songs because they came out with that new album, and I'm just like an old school Snow Patrol fan. So really, I just need to see them play that one album from start to finish, and I would be super happy. Also, they didn't play You Could Be Happy, which is like one of my favorite Snow Patrol songs, and I was kind of hoping they would play that on the encore. So when they didn't play it on the encore, I was like, oh, well, now I'm like not as thrilled about the encore and the fact that you're playing a song that I don't know instead of a song that I really want you to play, which made it a little bit, yeah. All right, so score. I think, oh my god, I don't even know. I can't express to you how giddy I was when I heard songs that I knew. Like, it was just so fantastic. So I feel like I have to give them like a little bit more credit than I maybe normally would, because I was like, again, like giggling. I was so excited. But then, there were definitely some low points in the show overall, not just their set, but definitely just overall in the show. So I think it's so hard, because like I want to give a high score for the songs I loved, but then I don't want to like oversell it. All right, I think I'm gonna go with a 8.5. 8.5. I think that's a pretty fair one. The opener was good, but not fantastic. We Were Scientists were good, but not fantastic. I mean, they were just not like fantastic. And same with Snow Patrol. They were like so good when they were so good, and then when they weren't, they were good. So yeah, I think 8.5 is a pretty fair one. I literally just wish they would have played that album from start to finish, eyes open, and I would have just been like so happy, and it would have been awesome. But I understand you want to get your new music out there, and people like other songs from other CDs. Apparently they've been a band for 25 years, which is insane. But also the last time they came to this area was 7 years ago, which is like so accurate to my life in general. So I also appreciate that as well. Okay, so 8.5, please let me know what you think if you were there. I would love to hear. If you weren't, also comment and let me know what you think of Snow Patrol in general, and maybe We Are Scientists or Ryan McMullan. And yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.